said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's pulled. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Let's talk about Alabama. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now.
There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fears the pressure. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Turning it on! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Polk. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Pringle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got a man. It's Barnes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That's reeled in. It's Barnes. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Handoff to the single running back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day.
Intercepted for the 11th time. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Leaves it with the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
On the play. Second down.
We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
That's caught. It's Pringle.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And the Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And he tried to punch it in himself, but the defense stands tall on first down.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Now he's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
So they're on the 1-yard line. The incomplete pass on second down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it. Back's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Brings it in down the left side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Back to pass, it's Russell. A strike downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The throw makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The give. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? To throw, it's Russell. Steps away to find some room. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. With just about 30 seconds to go in the half, how aggressive do you want to be here? Laterals it back. Here comes the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Gresham. There he goes down the right side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Barnes. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Got it in the middle. It's Polk. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had a really productive 1st half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the 2nd half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring 1st half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to throw, it's Russell. The quick out. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't get a ton on the return, but important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He fires a bullet to the right. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Dumps it off in the flats. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The shotgun on third down. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown Tide! They take the lead with the 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rush is on him. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside gift. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Always always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Pringle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires left. Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to
breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Mars. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Got it looking for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They've been as advertised in the passing game, and that's carrying them now to holding their spot in the top 10 and keeping that up. Turning it on! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Memphis endured a hostile crowd, and the challenge that always comes with playing away from the Liberty Bowl, and the Tigers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. To the air on second down. He got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wilson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pringle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Pringle.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Fires to the middle. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Bringing it back. He's at the 10, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play to pad the stats. Throws it back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to